Happy Monday, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ben Dery. Thanks for checking us out on Kare 11 Plus. We start off the work week with some elevated fire concerns across much of Minnesota. The central, western, and northern part of the state is currently under a red flag warning, and it's a high-risk wildfire day. And we've already noticed some reports of some grass fires in and around I-94 near the Rogers area. That was earlier today, and any fire that does develop can quickly get out of control. We are in that weird time outdoors where the last of the snowpack is now behind us, but we still haven't greened up yet. So there still is a lot of brown, dead, dry grasses that are around. And again, once that ignites, on days like this, fires can quickly get out of control, and outdoor burning is certainly not recommended, not only today, but really through the first half of this week, as we are expecting drier conditions as well. Today, red flag warning for all the counties highlighted in that bright red color. That goes until 8 p.m. tonight. Red flag warning just means there's low relative humidity. There's gusty wind in the forecast, potentially gusting over 30 miles per hour, and a combination of those two, especially this time of year, can lead to high fire danger. In fact, the Minnesota DNR was reporting extreme conditions across much of central and southern Minnesota. So again, no burning, at least for today. Current wind speed looks like this. We have a southwest wind today between about 10 and 20 miles per hour. We have noticed wind gusts that are approaching 30 to 35 miles per hour as well. That can take any spark and fan it fairly quickly. That's the current wind speed. This is forecast wind gusts. And we'll take you into the warmest part of the day, which will be about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. Notice that south wind continues. The numbers right here correspond to the strongest wind gusts we expect to see, at around 25 to 30 miles per hour for much of the region. And the wind is forecast to calm once we get into the overnight hours tonight. In fact, early tomorrow morning, the wind should be light before switching more from the north as we head into Tuesday afternoon. Tomorrow, however, should still feature a good amount of sunshine. Temperatures are actually forecast to warm up. We'll be in the lower to middle 60s today, should be in the lower 70s as we head into your Tuesday, and a chance at reaching to 80 degrees or warmer as we head into Wednesday, which is also Earth Day. How about that? Here's our current radar and satellite composite. You can see just some high clouds drifting across northern Minnesota. Otherwise, it's a fairly dry weather system. There's a system moving through northwestern Ontario right now, bringing some light snow showers for areas just north of the international border. You can kind of see, based off of the way the clouds are moving, we're in that west-northwesterly flow pattern, which tends to mean drier conditions for us. And we tend to see some big changes in temperature as well. We saw the cooler temperatures over the weekend. We were in the 40s both Saturday and Sunday, and then temperatures again will continue to warm at least through midweek. Our next weather maker is quite a ways away, but we can see it pretty easily on our infrared satellite loop. This right here, this big swirl you see off the west coast, that's our next low pressure system, which will be arriving here on Thursday, giving us our next chance for some showers and thunderstorms. In the near term, this is bringing wet conditions to parts of northern California and southwestern parts of Oregon. So this thing has a long ways to go, but by the time that low moves into the center part of the country, it'll provide us with not only rain chances, but also some strong thunderstorm chances as well. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather probability for Thursday. This area highlighted here has the best chance of seeing not only thunderstorm activity, but the potential for severe weather as well. Still a few days away. It's a fairly broad area, but it stretches from the central plain states into parts of the upper Midwest. Zooming in a little closer, you can see that severe weather probability of 15% does edge into far northern Minnesota. A few days away, but that's our next chance for not only rain, but also the chance of seeing some stronger storms as a frontal system is forecast to move through on Thursday, specifically the afternoon and evening hours. We should stay totally dry between now and then. This is a look at the current or the low temperatures we saw earlier today. Many of us were well below the freezing mark. 31 degrees in the Twin Cities. St. Cloud dropped to 20. Teens across northern Minnesota, and Grand Marais at the Cook County Airport, a few miles inland from Lake Superior, dropped to 7 degrees above zero. It was a chilly start to the day. This is probably going to be our last sub-freezing morning for a while. I still am not safe in planting any things that are sensitive to frost, but we don't have any frost in the forecast over the next couple of days, which is good news there for gardeners who are just chomping at the bit to do a little gardening, a little planting. Forecast for today, bright, warmer, but it is gusty outside with that winds mainly from the south between 10 and 20 miles per hour. High temperature today about 63 degrees. Cooler temperatures up at the North Shore where we still have snow on the ground, believe it or not. Gusty conditions across central and western Minnesota today. That south wind will lead to those elevated fire conditions. These are forecast lows for tonight, and you can see the sub-freezing temperatures have lifted way up north across northern Minnesota. Grand Marais instead of 7 above, 33 degrees. So a little bit of a warming trend there, and we should stay in the 40s around Minnesota. So warming trend, and you can see pretty much every day through the next 7 days will be well above the freezing mark, especially in the near term. Low 60s today, lower 70s as we head into Tuesday, and that might be a bit on the conservative side. Wednesday looks like the warmest day when many of us will be in the lower 80s for highs. Then on Thursday, that temperature really depends on when that cold front moves through. If it holds off a little bit later in the day, temperatures might be just as warm as what it is on Wednesday, but mid 70s is a pretty good bet. Some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms are forecast. Chance for some stronger stuff, especially across southern Minnesota, but that's still quite a few days away. That's the next system we're keeping an eye on. Behind that front, temperatures cool off, seasonably cool Friday through the weekend. It looks cooler, but it does look like mostly dry weather next Saturday, Sunday.